All right, welcome back to another BJKU AI Q&A session. And today we're going to answer a simple but important question is, where do I get leads? If I'm going to turn this AI strategist thing into a freelancing gig, into a side hustle, or into a real business, I need to have a lot of leads coming in for people who are interested in AI services. And inside of our AI certification, I teach that there's really 4 different places to look for leads, and I'll share with them here on the screen. The first one is what we call your Dream 25. These are the 25 closest people that you know, whether it's friends, family, acquaintances, whatever. But here's a big mistake that a lot of people make. They think I should go try to sell to my friends and family. And I don't know about you, my entire family thinks I'm an idiot. Even after 20 years of being a successful entrepreneur, they still are not going to buy something from me. But they're definitely willing to support me, and they're definitely willing to cheer me on. So when I go to these people, I'm looking to ask them, hey, who do you know that knows somebody? Who do you know that owns a business? Who do you know that does this? Who do you know that did your air conditioning last year? Who do you know that built your deck? Who do you know that did your kitchen remodel? I'm looking for business owners through my friends and family, and I'm looking for a warm introduction. So we call it your Dream 25 because these are the people that are going to be, and listen, the reason I say Dream 25 is who knows what the real number is, but there's probably a dozen, maybe 2 dozen people who are willing to put your name out there for people and willing to give you a warm introduction to that restaurant owner, to that web designer, to that marketing agency, whatever it is. And basically the conversation goes something like this. Hey, listen, I'm getting certified as an AI strategist. I'm thinking about turning this into a real career, turning it into a business. I'm just curious, can you help me out? Can you tell me who you know who owns a business? I'll just do something for free for them to get my foot in the door to help them out. But you know, a lot of people are like, well, I can't just work for free. That's fine. I'm getting paid in referrals. I'm getting paid in experience. I'm getting paid in testimonials. And that's just as valuable because that will help you make more money in the future. So the Dream 25 is the first place to look, and go through your phone, go through your Facebook, go through your LinkedIn profile, and just start reaching out to people and humble. Right? You're not going to go braggadocious. I'm an AI expert now, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to change the world. No, just listen. Hey, I've started this AI certification program. I'm just getting started. I would love to be introduced to someone that I can help. Who do you know? Keep it really simple. Keep it really basic. Keep it humble. Number 2 is marketplaces like Upwork or Fiverr or anything along those lines. There's some more advanced ones like Clutch, but for the sake of our conversation, let's just talk about Upwork. Now, what people fail to understand about AI is that there's not a centralized place for business owners to go get help with AI. They can't just walk down the street to the AI store and get someone to set up an automated voice bot or chatbot for them. They can't go down to Best Buy for the Geek Squad to get them to do it for them. No, they need to hire freelancers. They need to hire specialists. They need to hire agencies to implement AI inside of their business. So you would be surprised if you go onto Upwork right now and you start searching for some of these gigs, you see companies that have spent hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars back on this platform once again, looking for AI specialists who can do simple automations for them. So Upwork is definitely a great place. Now, you're not going to get rich on Upwork, but it is going to open up opportunities for you, and it's going to give you that portfolio. Like if you're lacking a little bit of confidence, if you're lacking a little bit of certainty, you can say, well, I did this job and this job and this job for these people. I can do this for you as well. So that's another one. Now, the last 2 here are what we call local businesses and digital businesses. Now, digital businesses are fantastic. They got a lot of money, but they're a little bit of a pain in the butt, right? Because if you look at a marketing agency, a web design agency, software company, these people know technology and they know software pretty well, but they don't want to do this. They don't want to bother. They don't want to learn AI. They don't want to install it themselves. Even if they know how, they just don't want to deal with it because they're busy running their business. And again, another mistake a lot of people think, well, who would ever hire me if they're already good with technology? But look, the truth is they're busy. They're in the trenches. A web designer only makes money if they design websites, right? A branding expert only makes money if they're doing branding work. So you got to understand that these people are just like the plumber, just like the roofer, just like the electrician. They only get paid when they do their work, not when they do the ancillary stuff. So it's hard for them to take time out of their week, their day, their month, their year to stop and learn all about AI and go and make sure that it gets installed properly. So they will hire you all the time. Now, the only challenge, like I said, is they're a little particular about what they want. I want this software. I want this thing. So it may be something that you're not very familiar with that you're going to have to go learn how to do. Now, the other side, which I believe is the gold mine, are local businesses. And by local, I mean they're not getting the majority of their business on the internet. They're getting the majority of their business locally in a neighborhood, a community, a city, whatever it is. And we're talking again, like the tradespeople, whether it's plumbers or HVAC or electricians or contractors or remodeling or whatever else along those lines. Or maybe it's professional services, the lawyers, the dentists, the doctors, the chiropractors. There's a whole bunch of things, but here's what I would look for specifically. You don't want a plumber who works out of his garage. You don't want a roofer who works out of his mom's basement, right? You want a business that's up and running and doing well already, so they have the money to afford you and they actually have something to work with when it comes to automating their business. So I look for businesses that have a lease. They've got a building, they've got trucks, they've got employees, because you know they have to succeed in that business. They've got payroll that month, they've got rent that month, they've got bills that month. So they have to be successful. And listen, even if you reach out to them, they hate your guts, they will still listen to you. They will still hear you out because they know you have something that would probably be helpful for them. So listen, these are the first 4 places to start. If you're looking to build this as a business, as a career, and you need to get leads, you need to get business tomorrow, these are the people I would go after.